A group of pro-life women is helping to bring supplies to asylum seekers at the border. The organization, New Wave Feminists, through its campaign, Bottles to the Border, has raised thousands of dollars to provide donations of water, baby bottles, and other goods to respite centers in Texas. Joining me now from Dallas is New Wave Feminist founder, Destiny Herndon-DeLaRosa. Destiny, welcome. What inspired you to take on this mission?
I think as a pro-life feminist activist, seeing such a need at the border and realizing that my own pro-life beliefs are based in one of human dignity, we stand with the vulnerable wherever they are, especially when they're in our backyard here in Texas.
And you've talked with so many people who have fled from danger in their home countries. What do you hear from the families you meet?
I hear these kind of opposing narratives where a lot of times, the media wants us to believe that they're criminals, and the other side is, no, these are families. And so I went down there firsthand to see what was going on. And at these respite centers, I saw women and children and families who had been suffering severe threats of violence in their own country, and they needed asylum. And so they feel very unwanted here. And we wanted to be a part of just welcoming them in, because I think that ultimately these kids are going to be going to school with my children probably one day, and having a traumatized population because they feel unwanted and unwelcomed, just like in the pro-life vein, the stuff that I'm working with there, we don't want any human being to ever feel unwelcomed. And so we want them to know that they're safe and they're cared for, and that's a big part of why we're doing this campaign.
What kind of support have you received from other groups within the pro-life community?
It's been amazing. Since launching it a little over a week ago, we've got 50 other pro-life organizations that have joined us, and we just passed the $100,000 mark as far as supplies raised. I think now we're actually at $120,000. Somebody even donated a semi-truck, which we're going to be taking to the border in McAllen this Saturday, just full of baby supplies and formula and nursing support, feminine hygiene care items, underwear, shoelaces, like any of the basic needs that these families might need, we're going to be taking down there on Saturday.
Are those really the most needed supplies? Is it those kind of motherly goods?
Yeah, believe it or not, this actually started when Sister Norma Pimentel at the Humanitarian Respite Center in McAllen put out a call for bottles. She said they desperately needed bottles. And I run New Wave Feminists, and we're kind of a smaller group, but I thought we can do bottles and we can probably do more than that. And so we did this same drive back in December and raised about $10,000, and we're able to take all types of supplies down there. And at the time, it almost felt helpless. Like, here we had these huge vans of supplies, but we knew that they were going to go so fast. And so the really cool thing about now doing it with the involvement of other pro-life organizations in this movement is that we have just seen those supplies, quadruple. Like we have $60,000 worth of supplies through Amazon wish lists that are going to be coming in the semi that I mentioned. And then on top of that, giving monetary donations and also helping a group that aids, a legal aid group that is going to help reunite children who've been separated from their parents at the border. So yeah, these needs are definitely there. As I mentioned, shoelaces, that's something that's actually taken away from the detainees. And so when you see them walking into these respite centers, they're all shuffling in. So even just basic things like that go a long, long way.
Okay, so if our viewers would like to donate, if they're watching this and want to contribute, what's the best way to do so?
So we actually had to shut down the Amazon wish list because it was bought out. So now the best way to do it is to go to New Wave Feminists, plural, because it's more than just me, newwavefeminists.com, go to our support page, and they can donate until Saturday.
Excellent. Very good. Well, it is such a blessing to hear about both the campaign and the response as a result. Destiny Herndon-DeLaRosa, founder of New Wave Feminists, thanks so much for talking with us today.